Sekali pandang, orang-orang di bumi Afrika Selatan tak tumpah seperti orang Melayu. Sememangnya, asal mereka satu rumpun, satu budaya, orang Melayu.
When you come to Cape Town, the city by the seaside, you'll meet a lot of friends, have lots of fun. Cape Town's number one.
Workup is an era that comes about from 1652 when the Dutch East India Company took over the Cape, and in 1934 it was declared the Cape Malay Quarter by people, and predominantly Malay, Cape Malay people had to live here. The meaning of Burka is derivative of the Dutch form Boefen, which means top, the German word Kapen, which means cape, Burka, top cape. You'll find it has a diverse architectural diversions here. You find in the monumental area typical Cape Dutch style houses, typical Cape Georgian style houses, a mixture of both styles. Generally, Malay people were always fond of colors, pale pastel shades. In the last 10 to 14 years, you find the brighter colors have come out, and people have now painted their houses all these bright colors. You find people in general are friendly. They're very open. They welcome anybody. You find that they would often stop and give tourists advice. They would talk to tourists. You find it's an era where people are very easy. Find there's a difference between Malaysian cuisine and Cape Malay cuisine. Malaysian Malay food is very strong, very spicy. It often has a bland taste to it because you find there's a little bit too much spices used. Because people didn't have the availability of all of the spices here at the Cape, you also find they had to cook for their Dutch owners, they had to cook for their British owners. They simmer down on the spices, which today food is spicy, not strong, easily palatable by all types of people in the world. It's an era that should be visited from a historical aspect. If you want to find out South African history, a lot of the history started in Burka. A lot of the history still exists in Burka. And yes, you have the colorful houses, you've got good food here, you've got good people to visit. It is one of the attractions of Cape Town. It is as stable as what Table Mountain is.
TV.
Well, since Islam itself, or rather Muslims, have become very conscious of the religious identity, Islamic resurgence has basically taken root. As a result, the religious identity has come to the fore, along with the new national identity, particularly in South Africa, which, as you know, was very much an apartheid state until 1994. And so since then, over the past 20 years, Muslims have, in a sense, re-looked at themselves and looked at their own identity, not just as a religious community, but also as part of the South African rainbow nation. And so religion basically forms part of their identity. So they give a great deal of emphasis on that, as compared to maybe what had happened in the sort of decades before.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Nama saya Ahmed Abdul Latif. Saya dari South Africa and from Wahid. I'm going to sing song, Rehan song, Iman Mutiara. Iman Mutiara. Iman adalah mutiara di dalam hati. Tanpamu iman bagaimana merasa diri hamba padanya. Tanpamu iman bagaimana menjadi hamba Allah yang bertakwa. Iman tak dapat diwarisi dari seorang ayah yang bertakwa. Ia tak dapat dijual beli. Ia tidak ada di tepian pantai. Walau apapun jalan jual, engkau merantas gunung yang tinggi. Engkau merantau lautan naki, namun tak dapat jua dimiliki jika tidak kembali pada Allah. Jika tidak kembali pada Allah.